Okay, people, this is Joe, one half of the Future Old Men, coming at you in this video. I'm going to talk about the Xbox Scorpio a little bit. I feel like it's been overshadowed by the Switch, which is fine. I'm pumped about the Switch. Going to pick up one when it comes out. Didn't pre-order. I'll talk about that in a different video. Here we're going to talk about the Scorpio, what it is, what we know, what we don't know. So let's get into it. Quick history on the Scorpio. It was unveiled in June of 2016. It was boasted as the most powerful console ever. More powerful than the original Xbox One, obviously. Otherwise, there'd be no point in launching this baby. The big push is that it's going to support your whole current gaming library, all your Xbox One games, including the current backwards compatible 360 games that you already have on your Xbox One or your Xbox One S, whatever you're rocking. It's the next member of the Xbox One family. So Microsoft is insisting right now that the Scorpio will not have any exclusive titles, possibly VR because it's supposed to be VR capable. But other than that, everything that comes out for your Scorpio is also supposed to come out for the original Xbox One, the Xbox One S, so that nobody is left behind in all of this. So, to tell you why the Scorpio is so much cooler than the original Xbox One or the Xbox One S is because it's got 6 teraflops of GPU power. To put that in perspective for you, that's 4.5 times the power of the original Xbox One. If you're comparing the Xbox One to the PlayStation 4, they had similar GPUs at launch, with the sole difference being that the PlayStation 4 had a larger GPU. So all jargon aside, add it all up, the PS4 had about 50% more power than the Xbox One in terms of processing graphics, making games pretty. So while the PlayStation 4 may have been more powerful at launch, we all know now that we've got a PlayStation 4 Pro out, which a lot of people are considering to be kind of a dud, mostly because it doesn't output in native 4K. A lot of what it does is just upscale games to 4K. A big push from Microsoft is that the Scorpio is going to be native 4K for all first-party games. So the next Gears of War, the next Halo, the next Forza, all going to be native 4K. So if you want to compare a Scorpio to a PS4 Pro, the Scorpio's 6 teraflops that I mentioned earlier compares to the PS4 Pro's 4.2 teraflops. So again, all jargon aside, that could add up to a gap in performance of about 40% in favor of the Xbox Scorpio. As for price points, the PS4 Pro launched at $399. Scorpio's speculated to launch around $450 to $500. Then again, the Switch was speculated to launch around $200 to $250 from what I heard, and just podcasts and things that I listened to about it. So who knows? $450 to $500 is best guess at this time. Holiday 2017. Another cool thing, if you're into it, of the Scorpio, is that it's going to be VR capable. I again don't really care about virtual reality. Give me a controller and a TV, and that's where it's at for me. But if you're into VR, as far as exclusives, Microsoft's promised that there won't be any exclusives for the Scorpio. VR exclusives, there probably will be, just because the original Xbox One can't play VR games. It's not VR compatible right now. But again, all Xbox One games will be playable on the Scorpio, and Microsoft's claiming that all Scorpio exclusives will be playable on Xbox One still. What we don't know, what it looks like, an official confirmed price. This is all speculation again. And will it truly not have exclusives outside of like virtual reality games? If it's outputting in native 4K, I think that you're going to be hard-pressed to not get exclusives for it. You know, I'm not really a tech person. I like to play games and I like to know what I'm playing, but I don't see how a console that outputs in native 4K can have games made for it that are also playable on a system that doesn't output in native 4K and can't even produce 4K upscaling. If you know something about it and you want to comment in the sections down below, go for it. Please enlighten me. I would love to know how that's supposed to work. If Microsoft doesn't launch exclusives for it, I am all kinds of on board. I personally don't want to have to think about shelling out cash just to keep playing the games that I love. Let me know what you guys think. You know, comment down in the sections below. hit us up on Twitter, Future Old Men. We love to hear from you guys. We love everything we do to be just as much an interaction with you as it is us providing you with information about things that we like and things that you like. So to that point, I'm Joe, half of the Future Old Men, signing off. We'll see you guys in the next video.